Good everyone, Calvin here from the Country Company New Zealand. I'm playing with piece of shit farm bikes. Let's have a look. Well, this is an old TS185 and I'm looking at the wiring because this wiring actually works, and we've got a yellow white here that comes up to a double connector. It had that yellow white in it, and it had a green white in it. We've got a yellow orange there, female connector, and we've got a yellow orange here. That brown white was hanging free. We've got a black white there. We've got this one here, which is a green, and is it green or green white? Just plain green and an orange. Okay, they would go to the horn. Over here we've got a black, yellow, and into that connector, and we've got a white, black into this connector. Right, I'll show you why I'm looking at it, eh? It's not because of this bike, because this bike works. Let's go look at the bike that doesn't work. As you can see, I've already got the bike apart, but this is the problem machine. We got, yeah, were you paying attention to the last one? Yellow, orange, yellow, white. That's our charging system. This blue one, that's the neutral switch. I'd like that to be working. There's an earth. In this plug we've got a blue. I actually think that goes to the flasher relay. I don't need it. That can come off. This has got indicators, but I don't need them. So when I bought this bike, it had a number plate. The guy suggested it had been on the road, but it was an exemption plate. It had never been actually properly registered as this bike. It was just registered as a generic farm vehicle that didn't need a proper registration to go on the road. But I've since bought this one. So this one is registered, is legal for the road. I'm just doing the clutch cable on that, so watch out for that video, but that's going to be my main priority. So we're going to hot that one up, make it go a bit faster. It's not fast enough. It does 80 k's an hour. Which means that this bike doesn't need to go on the road. It never was. Never was in the system. I've checked, gone through the whole system, checked it out. I know it's not able to be made legal because it was never legal initially. So I can remove some stuff. Indicators, I can remove that. That's a brake switch. I might leave that one on. I like the brake switch down here for the brake light, so I like that. These indicators can come off, so I don't need the flasher can. I'd like a horn. That's kind of handy when you're moving stock. This will need to be repaired and fixed. It's a combo switch, but the indicators can all come off, be set aside for spares for Ruby. Now I was looking at fixing this because the key doesn't turn the engine off, and that will be because this one, that's the kill switch coming from the front. Okay, so from the key itself. So chances are that this one here, that black white, is the earth that's meant to go up to the front to allow the keys to actually work. That'll be the earth for everything. That's going to be horn, I'm thinking. Maybe. To there. I can check on Ruby as well. I can pull the tank off and double check. That's indicators. That's the neutral switch. This is charging. So I've got the old battery out of the other bike. So I can put a battery in this one. And this will be power supply for a horn. That's the power for the flasher can. No, those are the horn. That's a horn and a flasher can, and that's the output to the indicators, which I don't need. So that's okay. I'll probably just pop that pin out actually nicely. I can tidy this stuff up here and fix this bike. I'm thinking actually at the moment it's going to be easier for me to remove the loom and do it on the bench. Remove the indicators at the front, and do a bit of a repair, make it work. This one can do on the vehicle, save me pulling the stator out. I've checked the timing, that's correct. I've done the oil pump, checked that. I've gone through the carburetor. Now I was thinking this could be a running problem, what's happening here, but looking at it, it actually doesn't seem to be. There's going to be something else causing it not to rev. Let me get in, let's sort it, let's get a loom out, pull some stuff off it, get rid of these, make it better. That is so cool. Look at this. That's the taillights that are left. Indicators are off. Now this is a 1990 motorbike. And it can't have done a heap of work. It's got 4,500 Ks on the clock, which is of course when the speedo stopped working, because it doesn't have a speedo cable even in it. I've got one though. I can put a speedo cable in it. And the loom's out. There's some other issues in the loom, we'll show you that soon. Pull the indicators off the front, and I keep the front brake switch because that's kind of cool. And I'll fix the horn. The only real shitty thing about this is these screws here for the coil. You can't get into them nicely. That one I've actually stripped. I put the screwdriver in and just tore the top out of it. And the exhaust is in the way to get that out. So you need to take the exhaust off to take the coil off, or use right angle screwdrivers and bits. And I'll probably get my vice grips in there, undo them so they are free. Also solved another little problem is there's a clip in here for the clutch cable. The clutch cable on that one was all hanging out. Very good. I'm happy. I was thinking this was going to be the silver bullet to fix it, but it isn't. But we'll at least fix the loom, which has also got some damage up in here. We'll show you that on the... Oh, there it is. See? Yeah, that's not working, eh? That one. So things aren't going to work when wires aren't connected. We'll fix it. Put it back together. Right. Broken wire in there. Orange, I reckon, is the main power wire. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to cut this off so I can effect a repair on there. I may actually cut it down further yet. In here, orange wires with no wires on them. No terminals, I should say. Wires with no wires. Terminals. There's a yellow white, there's a yellow orange. So that's normally tucked in and they pop out together. Neutral switch. So that blue wire should be this blue wire over here. The top of the factory fuse broke off. It really upsets me because I like the standard style. I'm trying to make it look kind of factory-like. That's okay. Put a waterproof one, put a fuse in it, and here's the loom. It's okay. I think next time I'll just buy connectors and start from scratch. Brake cam on the trunk, so look, it's floppy again, and no split in it, no dirt in it. Some new wiring in here. I pulled the indicator loom out of it. I left the brake lights in it. Brake light switch. Down to the battery. Put the charging coils on. Wired them up. Replace the bullets there. If anyone knows where to get these plugs, as not as a complete assembly, as parts, so I can make my own, put my own together and wire in, put my own wires in. That'd be really appreciated, because I'd like to be able to do that. I found a source for those, and for those I've got the bullets. The earth's meant to be an eyelet on the coil, but the exhaust needs to come off, so I cheated for now, but I've left the wiring long enough to put a bullet on there. I need to get in actually and check my windings resistance, so I better do that as well, and then I can put it back together. Oh, that's the strap off the toolbox, so I'll replace that. And I've got the factory clamps, but we might go a zip tie here. But one great thing about those is if you're in the bush, you can remove them and put it back on. You can do repairs, effective repairs. We can see it sometime here. There's the combo switch. We need to fix that too. I've actually considered if I put an aftermarket setup in it, I could use that switch to run some aftermarket lights. Oh, it's not this bike, it's a different bike. I'll put it back together, make it run. Wiring back on. I'm not hugely happy. I would have been much happier if I had made a new one, and it's quite messy in this area. But that's how they are. The earth wire, I put a terminal on, and I could have actually used this one, which is where the flasher can was, the repeater, the ticky ticky tick tick. And we've got a battery in, which is a second-hand battery, just for now. And I haven't put the airbox on, but I can slip the fuel tank on now. And I've checked this, which is the flex. That's working like it should. This one flexes around a bit as well. I can slip the tank on. We can put an airbox in it. See if I've got a charging system that works. And then I can look at why it doesn't run properly. Right, we're running again. Let's just check that charging. 7.3 volts, that's good. We've got a little bit of horn. So I'll get a new horn for it. I need to check the lights. And I don't have a combo switch at the moment. No working. That's right. Right, wiring is done for now. The bit I wanted to achieve is this. That I could turn it off. Because of course if it ran away, I wouldn't be able to turn it off. That would be bad. That's how you blow these things up. Now to continue on the job and sort the next little problem. While I was in there, I did check the resistance on the windings and on the coil. The windings down in the flywheel, the stator, and the trigger windings down in there, they tested out fine. The coil resistances, the primary resistance was lower than I'd like, and so it's not quite as I would be ideal. However, I can't get the screws off. One, they're rusty, two, the tops are stripped off, and three, the exhaust is in the way. So right now, I'm going to call the wiring done, good enough. I've done some checking, done some bits and pieces. I'll need to work on that tail light. I like tail lights to work, especially when my mates are following me in the bush, so they can see if I'm on the brakes, and just for safety. So I've got a spare rear light to go on it. And so, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the exhaust off. It still doesn't run like it should. And I want to take the exhaust off anyway to check it's not blocked. And 2, to get at those coil bolts, the screws. So that's what I'm going to do next. But hey, thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon.